And Trump's flip-flops have alienated him not just from the Kurds, but his traditional supporters at home as well. From the Republicans to Fox News, everyone has slammed the president on Syria. With America's exit, Turkey crossed into Syria and all hell broke loose. And now we have a ceasefire. Trump's authority has considerably diminished. His team thrashed out a tenuous truce. So what happened behind the scenes? Our next report has all the details.
That today the United States and Turkey have agreed to a ceasefire in Syria. All military operations under Operation Peace Spring will be paused, and Operation Peace Spring will be halted entirely on completion of the withdrawal.
This announcement came after marathon talks between the Americans and President Erdogan. This tense conversation went on for more than 5 hours, but it led to a deal. A deal that is now the living proof of America's continuous flip-flops on foreign policy. In less than 2 weeks, America's official position has shifted from first tacit support to the Kurds to total submission to Turkey's ambition in northern Syria, to sanctions on Turkey, and then a truce. In fact, there was considerable chaos in Ankara, as both Mike Pence and Mike Pompeo scrambled for an agreement. The American side announced the press conference before they wrapped up their meeting with Erdogan. Then, the press conference was deferred. And even before Pence could take the mic, President Donald Trump began tweeting about a deal with Turkey. Sources told Wion that the American side was in constant touch with the Kurdish forces. They were told to stop long-range artillery fire into Turkey. And Erdogan played ball. The deal is supposed to briefly halt the Turkish invasion of northern Syria. Clearly, Ankara has got its way. The Kurdish forces have lost control of their territory. The Americans have agreed to a deal with Turkey, but on Erdogan's terms. On the ground, the fighting hasn't stopped. On Friday, the battle between the Turkey-backed rebels and the Kurdish forces continued. And Ankara may or may not be able to rein in the rebels. As the dust settles, it is increasingly becoming clear now. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has outmaneuvered President Trump. America's troop withdrawal and Thursday's deal have empowered Turkey to spread its sphere of influence in northern Syria.
But this time, for the Kurds, militarily and politically, this ceasefire is another bad news, the last of very many in the last 2 weeks. Basically, the United States of America negotiated their surrender, because this is the precondition for the ceasefire. Kurds will have to withdraw from all the territories they liberated from ISIS, which is what Turkey wants. But there is no guarantee that the Turkish army and the Turkish-backed rebel will not take over immediately all those territories, basically invading a large swathe of Syria. There is an old motto the Kurds have which says that Kurds have no friends but the mountains, and it seems particularly true in these days. Daniele Pagani reporting from Amman for Wion, World is One.